So hey Lawn Care Nation, as you can see, I am working on my home's irrigation system. I need to make some upgrades, so I am planning that out as part of the planning stage of being able to add some new zones and better control the watering of my property. I needed to upgrade my sprinklers controller system. So I had this old 25-year-old system with a dial, and despite it's saying that the dial makes it simple, I would argue that the dial is very complicated and would often result in missing steps and it not being programmed properly and missing watering sessions, which is a huge issue when we are going through droughts and have specific watering restrictions and you only have a specific window to water your lawn. If you miss that, you gotta wait an entire week to be able to try to correct that issue. So I wanted not only something with more zones so that I could do some new upgrades and add some better control over the system, but I also wanted something really modern that was Wi-Fi compatible and would allow me to program everything a lot easier using a smartphone app, and I could visually see all of those programming changes and confirm that everything is programmed the way I wanted it. So I found this INKBIRD model online that looked very intriguing, has all of the features I was looking for, can do up to 8 zones, have multiple rain sensors attached to it, and most importantly, it's Wi-Fi compatible and can easily be programmed from a smartphone app. So I reached out to INKBIRD. They were nice enough to offer to send me one of these for me to install and to test out and to share with you guys some of the cool features available. So let's check it out. The INKBIRD Smart Sprinkler Controller. There's the model number there on the front. This is a Wi-Fi enabled controller. When you get the box, you can open it up. Inside, you're going to find the controller unit itself, a power supply, and some mounting hardware. So installing one of these is pretty straightforward when replacing an existing sprinkler controller. Obviously, you're going to mount it to the wall with some screws and stuff that they provide there. The front cover on the unit is just held on with a couple of magnets. See if I can get it off here with one hand. There, so you can see the couple magnets there that just attach there. It's got a nice large display screen on it, some buttons, and then a cover for all the wiring that just pops off. And again, the installation is pretty straightforward. You're just going to take your corresponding each wire from the sprinkler heads you already have, feed them into the corresponding numbers here, and with this unit here, you can just pull the little tab back to feed the wire into the hole, and it's going to clip in there, so no need for a screwdriver or anything to tighten wires onto this unit. Just they all just clip in very easily. So let's get it installed and see how it works. So there it is, all installed. Installation only took about 15 minutes when replacing the existing unit. Again, like I said, just a magnetic cover on the top, so that comes off very easily, and the wiring cover as well. You just pull that up and over, and we can take a look at the insides there. So again, installation was super simple. Just push up on those little tabs, feed the wire in, and then let go of the tab, and it'll clip onto the wires. You're just lining up the existing wires for your sprinklers there. You got your common there, and then there's some other options if you've got rain sensors and things, which I don't have. Power wire goes there, feeds through, and very simple. So programming the unit for your watering schedule is very simple. You've got all the buttons you would need to do it here. This unit, of course, is Wi-Fi enabled, which is my favorite feature about it. Because of that, the time and everything for your time zone is already automatically set on this particular unit. And like I said, you can use all the buttons here for programming it. But to be completely honest, I don't even touch any of the buttons on the unit itself. It's just so much easier to do it in the app, and then why be huddled into the corner of your garage or wherever you may have this unit mounted, when you can completely program your watering schedule from the comfort of your living room couch using your smartphone. smartphone and the INKBIRD app. It's just so simple. I've had this unit running for a few weeks now, and it has worked flawlessly. So programming the sprinklers with the INKBIRD app is super simple to do, and because it's Wi-Fi enabled, you can essentially control your sprinkler system from halfway around the world if you wanted to. So once you get into the app, you'll see your sprinkler system that you've got. You click into that, and then you're going to see your time and local weather stats there in the top corner, and then your actual next watering there. This unit's able to do up to 8 different zones. I've only got 5 set up on my particular unit, and you'll see that only 1 is currently turned on. That's because currently we have some water restrictions where we're not allowed to water lawns at the moment. But if I go in to my particular zone, number 5, to edit, and that's for my front garden here that I'm still allowed to water. You can see the watering period. You have your choice of odd days, even days, custom days, or different intervals. You can actually choose which days you've got. I've got Wednesday and Saturday selected. You can choose whether you want to obey or ignore any water sensor that you have installed, and how long you want the watering session to be. I've got it set for 15 minutes. You can slide that back and forth to change it, and then your actual start time. I believe you can have up to 6 different start times per day, so very handy as well. If we go back into it, and at the top here you can see that's in the scheduled mode. If I go to the manual mode here and click that, again it gives me my different zones, and I can manually turn those on just by tapping, and you'll see the sprinkler system comes on. And if I turn them off, they automatically turn off. Again, you can use this to go into like the manual mode and do all the zones individually. There is a multiple zone option at the bottom there, where you can do multiple zones at once to manually turn them on or off. Just makes it very, very simple to go in through it. You can go into your schedules and history and see your stats of the total runtime of your sprinkler system, how many times it's turned on, your history over the past 6 months, how many times it's come on. Very simple, and it's been working flawlessly for the last few. So there you have it, Lawn Care Nation. That is the 8-zone INKBIRD Smart Wi-Fi sprinkler controller. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can find one of these. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this particular unit, or if you've had any experience using this INKBIRD Smart Wi-Fi controller.